Morning Drive with me, Tim Elliott, here at Mirror Business FM, and it is my pleasure to welcome back financial journalist, freelance financial journalist, and business journalist as well, Siddesh Mayekar, who is back in the studio with me. Siddesh, lovely to see you.
Same here.
Good to have you with me. Look, there's lots to talk about, and we'll kind of have a trawl through some of the business news that's made headlines recently, and a couple of other things. And I wanted to start with this. So I think this is a hugely important story. The UAE President, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, on tour in India. Of course, and trade doubling by 2032. Huge figure, this as well. $200 billion US.
Absolutely. We are talking about big money, massive money out here. And the whole, this relationship, it's backed by the CEPA, that is Comprehensive Economic,
Partnership
Economic Plan.
Agreement.
Yeah, exactly, in
Yeah, that's
2022. That happened in 2022, and due to that, the trade between India and UAE jumped to about $100 billion in 2024, 2025. Now they have taken to a different level altogether, and doubling by 2032 would mean that you need like good 20 to 25% growth per year to reach that number.
Well, you do, but if you think the $100 billion mark, 2024, 2025 financial year, that was 5 years ahead of target as well, wasn't it? So nearly doubled in, under 3 years. So the track record's pretty good, is what I'm saying.
Exactly. And they have the building blocks in terms of how to reach that target. They are collaborating with the space agency. Both the space agency would come together and collaborate to really achieve the next level in terms of the space exploration. India recently launched its vehicle on the south pole of the moon, and primarily it sends periodically sends satellites into the space at minimal cost. So UAE wants to really grab that opportunity. Plus, UAE is also building an airport, a port, and a township in Western Indian state of Gujarat.
I saw that, yeah.
And plus, they're also going to do development of weapons together in terms of extending their defense partnership. So it's no more buy and sell kind of a thing. It's like joint collaboration in important and very, very critical areas such as space technology and defense technology.
And Modi's also invited UAE sovereign funds to participate in the National Infrastructure Investment Fund. That's the second one, isn't it? That launches this year.
Yeah.
As well. Already attracting, billions of dollars from Middle Eastern investors.
Exactly. I was just reading up yesterday. The whole this particular friendship is like deep rooted in cultures of both the country historically, because even the first mosque that was built in India was in 6th century by Chairman. The mosque name is called as Chairman Juma Masjid. It is in Kerala, and because a lot of spice trading used to happen in that part of the world. It's at the same time when it's at the same time when you had the fall of the Roman Empire in Europe. So yeah, history.
These are serious ties, aren't they? I mean, the currency in the UAE before, the Indian rupee was used as the currency. It's also His Highness's third trip this year, I think. Since he's been president, I apologise. It's something like his 5th trip in the last 10 years as well. So these are ties that bind, if you like.
Exactly, and Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi was the first Prime Minister to land in the country, in the UAE, after Indira Gandhi. That was like in 1970s. So we had a huge gap in terms of relationship. Relationship at the active level. Obviously, it can happen behind closed doors. At the most the secondary level. But Narendra Modi, when I think he came in 2019 or so for the first time in like 30, 40 years.
The other story, the second story, I should say, big financial story, I suppose, is that Qatar Investment Authority is going to target committing a combined total of $25 billion worth of funds. Still a huge amount of money, but it doesn't seem as much compared to that 200 billion we just discussed. But this is managed by Goldman Sachs Asset Management, and they're looking at partnering on a range of existing new private market strategies as well as direct investment opportunities. So what are the details of this?
So they've signed an MOU, Goldman Sachs and Qatar Investment Authority. By the way, Qatar Investment Authority has like about $1 trillion of assets under management. So this is like just 2%, 2.5% of the total asset under management. So what essentially this partnership is that Qatar Investment Authority will come in as an LP, that's limited partner, through the funds of Goldman Sachs, as well as co-investment opportunities that may exist in the market if the deal is big in terms of the size and value. So they essentially Goldman Sachs will really go out there in the market and get investment ideas in terms of AI, in terms of AI, digital infrastructure, fintech. So these are the darlings of the private equity world. So that's the mandate, and in return, Goldman Sachs is going to expand its base in Qatar, Doha, by adding more people there and really get their expertise and do the value addition. As far as the national champions of Qatar are concerned, the big companies in terms of the LNG, in terms of crude oil and other sectors.
Okay, so it's an expanded partnership. There's clearly a relationship that's been there for some time, but it's going to enhance cooperation between a global financial institution, a very major player, and a state as well.
Absolutely.
Important to remember.
Absolutely.
All right. Third story that I wanted to bring up with you today, and I guess this is the story that everybody's talking about this morning. We'll come to real estate in a moment, but I do need to bring up gold prices because obviously we've hit that $5,000 per troy ounce barrier. The other story as well is that silver, I looked, it's about, $8.20 this morning. Silver was something like 107 an ounce. Records being smashed. I don't think it's not even worth saying gold's hit another record because it's going to be smashed a couple of minutes later, it seems, at the moment.
Exactly. It has been a blockbuster year for...
It's remarkable.
Blockbuster year in 2025. Gold prices were up 70% on the year, and it's continuing its bull run. There's so much money in the market, chasing, obviously, the safe haven metal. And there has not been a more solid time for gold than this because we are in the perfect storm as far as geopolitics is concerned, as far as trade deals are concerned, as far as trade wars are concerned, as far as other issues are concerned, such as Greenland, such as Iran. We are in the middle of perfect storm with so many uncertainties, and gold has proved to be the safe haven, time and again, for investors. Plus, central banks are pouring in money in the safe haven metal. So that's another big, positive for gold. Even for silver prices, as a poor cousin of gold, people are pouring in money there as well. Plus, it's used in industries, it's used in AI, it's used in solar panels. So yeah, there we have it. 101 reasons for another record in gold and silver.
It's kind of counterintuitive. I mean, President Trump said on Thursday he'd secured total and permanent U.S. access to Greenland in a deal with NATO. We don't have the details on that at the moment. So you take him at his word on that. But I'm looking at some of the researchers looking into this, and this is from a report that we get every day from Jeff Rhodes, who joins us on the program, who you know well, of course. And he's quoting the head of research at Pepperstone, a guy called Chris Weston, who says the emergence of a deal framework and removal of Trump tariff threats should, in theory, have seen those gold hedges unwound. Instead, gold pushed to new highs. Perhaps, and it really is, I don't know how to take this. I don't know how this is working. I don't think anybody really does. Perhaps the market's seen enough and that gold increasingly looks like a hedge against Trump as the US president and the absolute unpredictability that comes with it. And I think that's a fairly succinct way of winding up how it is, because geopolitical tensions have escalated. So investor confidence is kind of undermined. That's a natural progression. Hence demand for safe haven assets, gold, and by consequence, silver. I'm trying to follow the trail here.
So that's a very good point in terms of gold been likened to Trump, because whatever factors that I just spoke about all emanates out of Trump, geopolitics.
That's the point, isn't it?
Yeah.
That uncertainty. And Jeff has said on a number of occasions in here, and I always makes me laugh, this phrase, but Trump is good for gold. And I think that's never a truer word, Siddesh.
And what would happen when he leaves office?
Maybe don't think about that at the moment if you're holding a lot of gold. But it is interesting. I just wonder what's going to happen, because as you pointed out, buying by central banks has helped push gold higher. Seeking shelter from policy risks, seeking shelter from volatility. The Fed is expected to hold interest rates steady at the meeting, what is this weekend coming, isn't it? But most observers think we've probably got a couple of rate cuts this year at some point. It's going to be interesting times.
And interestingly, he slapped Department of Justice notice on the Fed chair for his comments on some of the building project, which in a video that went viral, where both were discussing about how much prices or how much the building cost has gone up by. So that's another biggest risk factor, because as he has pointed out, he's already got a person in mind to replace Jerome Powell. So yeah, let's see what's in store, and if the new person comes in, we'll see a rate cut instead of we'll see a speedier rate cuts. Let's put it that way, because we have seen a few rate cuts by the current Fed chair. So yeah, let's keep our fingers crossed on that front.
That's certainly the perceived wisdom, isn't it? 2025, Dubai's real estate sector. We talk about real estate a great deal on this program, but I think it's worth pointing out again, record-breaking performance. But I know you've got the figures here, that they are, I use this word a lot when it comes to real estate, when it comes to figures in real estate, but the word is staggering, huge growth in 2025.
Exactly, to a record 900 on billion dirhams. That just shows how nuanced the market is and how it is ready for the next level of growth in terms of say luxury offerings. For example, Bin Ghati just launched something with Mercedes-Benz. It's just staggering that new concepts that are coming in the market as far as Dubai luxury real estate is concerned.
Yeah, what was it? 3.11 million total transactions. That's sales, leases, and related services. So 7% up from 2024. So pretty strong. As you said, over 900 billion. It was 917 billion dirhams worth of transactions.
Exactly, and this is having a spillover impact on Sharjah as well. The industrial city in Sharjah that witnessed like good surge in volumes, strong double-digit growth. In I think in last year, it went up to like 9 billion dirhams. So that's a spillover impact. Abu Dhabi market is also getting hot. So this is what it is. It's been tremendous performance from that part of the sector in the economy.
Do you know, I was looking up online, just researching some of the highlights when it comes to, things like transaction volumes or sales performance, investment value, the investor base, which was interesting. 24% expansion, almost 200,000 investors, 193,000 investors. Demographic breakdown I don't have, but you can imagine it's varied, it's diverse, of course. I don't know by what metric this is provided, but female investors. I don't know if that's a thing that we really should be looking at in 2025, but it was just interesting to see 154 billion dirhams, 76,700 transactions there.
They say females are good finance managers. They manage the household budgets.
Well, I would argue far better than a lot of male managers, let's be honest. But I just thought that was an interesting thing to put in there, because what it does tell you is that there has been growth in that particular demographic sector as well, I think. And I think that's an interesting point.
There was a study done by an asset management company where they found out that female asset managers, fund managers tend to do a tad better than the male counterparts.
I'm not surprised. All the results of these aligning with the Dubai real estate sector strategy for 2033 as well. And, I think lots of people ask, so when is it going to, this heated market going to calm down slightly? When is it going to simmer down a little bit? Is the market going to drop? What's going to happen? Are rents going to go down? I'm not going to ask you for an answer to any of those questions, by the way. But all we know is that at the moment, you would characterize this market as buoyant.
Very much, and it has proved all the pundits time and again wrong. In terms of someone calling it a bubble, someone calling that bubble is going to pop, that kind of a thing. But there's been, I think it goes well with the whole Dubai story. Remember during COVID what happened, right? We had the minimum number of days in terms of lockdown. Yeah. We didn't have we didn't see much of it. Most of us got vaccinated, very early in the day. We were reaching those numbers of 97, 98% vaccination rates compared to anywhere in the world. So that really, I think, that acted as a fresh impetus for the market to sustain this bull run, because come what may, Dubai means business, and Dubai is just to keep the buoyancy around and keep market in a bullish manner.
Yeah, well, it tends to be the story, doesn't it? A couple of stories just to do very quickly. We've got a few minutes. Saudi non-oil exports jumping as the trade balance improves, and jumping 21% as well.
Exactly. Well, that's the whole dynamic that they're working with, right? Because they want to really boost this non-oil growth through tourism, through manufacturing, through re-exports, and service economy rather, right? So that's really a testament to the government efforts that we are here to mean business, and we are going to celebrate the production of last drop of oil kind of a thing. So that's where the whole nuance comes from. If you still through the numbers, UAE was the leading destination for exports, followed by India, China and Egypt, and other countries, and most of it came from manufacturing, because they want to really build that as a base, in the country.
That's right. It's the Vision 2030 strategy. It's the diversification of the economy to reduce dependence on crude oil and revenues, of course. Something that I noticed, just wanted to get your thoughts on this as well. It's a sneak peek of Emirates Boeing 77X cabin interiors that's turned up in a YouTube video over the weekend. Aviation fans jumping on this. It's the success story of Sir Tim Clark, who's obviously, the big boss of Emirates. And there's a little CGI sneak peek at the long-awaited cabins. It comes in, and I'll give you the exact mark, 7:45, lasts for 5 seconds, but it just shows these new luxurious business class suites with sliding doors. There's like a social lounge sort of space as well. It looks very cool from what you can see in 5 seconds. But of course, the Boeing 777X, it's quite a long saga, isn't it?
Yeah, finally they've received it,
Yeah.
and the competition is heating up in the aviation sector. All want to be number one. Obviously, Emirates is number one, but yeah, it just gives them extra edge compared to competitors.
Yeah, it does. Tim Clark, longtime president of Emirates, never hidden his frustration about the delays, but now they've got them. He's still saying this is the right aircraft for Emirates, long haul, high capacity. So that's online at the moment. And then the last thing I wanted to mention to you, we've got just a few seconds left. Gulf Food opens today, bigger and better, something like 100% bigger, I think.
100% bigger, and with 8,000 exhibitors.
Huge.
They're doing it at the Dubai World Trade Center. We went to Dubai Parks over the weekend, and I saw a big board of Gulf Food parking somewhere. It gave me an idea that okay, it's happening here this time around.
It's Expo City as well, isn't it? It's across
Exactly,
the two venues, and it's on all week this week. 280,000 square meters of sold out exhibition space.
Exactly, yeah.
Enormous.
Exactly.
100% expansion in a single year. But that's on all week this week. And as you say, over 8,000 exhibitors. Something like 1.5 million, I apologize, products we're going to be showcased as well.
Fascinating.
There you go. That's the story. Siddesh, always appreciate talking to you. Thank you for coming in. It's
Thank
good to see
you. Thank you for inviting me.
Good to have you here. Siddesh Mayekar is a freelance financial and business journalist based here in the United Arab Emirates.